way I would describe Tim's artwork would be really comic relief in a world that's so, jaded and cynical, I mean, he was a comic.
You had the perfect word for it, Pete. It was expressive, like really expressive. He would draw these simple things, but they were so right on the money. Anyone could just like look at it and be like, ha, yeah, totally.
Tim was constantly kept a journal with him. He's a character that was kind of like the happy face guy, but he had 2 X's for eyes, and he always had his own head in his hand. Like, that's Tim's self-portrait. So you would always have that guy in some place doing something with his head in his hand, whatever, maybe a beer in the other.
A head, like sitting and watching TV or something, and the body was over like washing dishes. And
single line, hilarious, just descriptive in a simplistic way.
Surrealistic drawing, I guess, would be the best way to describe it.
Childlike, and just like any really good artist, had his own little style, and he drew about his life, and he was into like birds and traveling and different things, so it was always pictures of birds. It was really amazing. He really knew how to tell a story in a very simple way.
And you could tell everywhere he went, he was actually very good about sharing his artwork and sending off these little pictures and postcards with drawings and sketches that told the story about what he was doing. Kind of his life was all little sketches and doodles.
Every stick figure had a different personality or a different look, and really special, awesome artwork actually. And I think, some of them were used for graphics or ads or whatever, but he was pretty proud of all of his artwork too. While we would be on the train during travels, he'd be sketching all the time.
He would catch who you were and put it into like a little like sequence, like cartoon. Oh no, he did one for me that just said, Lance, there's a cup of coffee and a roll of film, and just had my name on it, and I was like, wow, that's cool. I still have it.
Yeah, it's really expressive of who he is, I think.
And he made this one, it was like Chet, and Chet is super energetic and almost like spastic, so he can get all spastic all the time. So he did this cartoon where it was like, these lumberjacks were trying to cut a tree down and their chainsaw breaks. Oh, we can't cut a tree down, and Chet comes up like, oh, yo, Niggy, because Chet always uses Niggy. Yo, Niggy, I'll help you out. And all of a sudden he gets this crooked arm going. He cuts down the tree. These rad little cartoons.
Yeah, that one's pretty hot, man. I guess that's my favorite one too. Tim was so good at getting me and just making everybody laugh like that.
I think maybe at some point he could have been another thing he could have done, been an artist.